From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, most of us have been looking at dry conditions here throughout the first half of the day. The clouds, as you can see here in Crescent City, they're beginning to thicken up a bit. We're even seeing some streaks coming from the clouds right there. That's an indication that there may be some light showers out there. So I'm anticipating that as we go through the afternoon, there will be a chance for showers here throughout the rest of the afternoon in the Crescent City area, Del Norte County in general. This could include northern Humboldt County, and even parts of Siskiyou County. May even see a little bit of activity here as this kind of skirts just up to our north. In the meantime, we take you to the south out in Oroville. This is Lake Oroville, North Forebay. Look at that. I mean, not much in the way of cloud cover to be seen here. We've got plenty of blue skies out there and fairly calm winds out there as well. So a gorgeous first half of the day here for many of us in the valley. Although as you head north in the valley, there are a few more clouds. Taking a look at Lassen Park, this is out at the south entrance, and you can see just some of those thin and a few mid-level clouds out there, but still plenty of sunshine, but definitely a cool day out there out at Lassen Park. Here's a look at our weather headlines. Now, we do have afternoon showers, as I mentioned, mainly for the north coast in Del Norte, northern Humboldt, and even parts of Siskiyou County. Heavier rainfall, though, snow and gusty winds will start tomorrow, along with the potential for thunderstorms, especially for the coast on Thursday. By Friday, pushing east with that chance going into parts of the valley as well. I'm expecting the heaviest rain and snow to be on Friday, but we will see periods of heavy rain and snow on either side of that, even going into Saturday. And we're also talking about travel delays, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. These are the 3 days that I do not recommend you travel. All right, take a look at the storm timeline here. And this is something I've been showing you. I've been kind of tweaking it here and there. But for the most part, the main reason it's high impact tomorrow is heavy rain and gusty winds. Snow levels will start off fairly high, probably around 4,500 feet, eventually dropping down to about 3,000 to 3,500 feet late in the day on Thursday. But when we're talking heavy rainfall and gusty winds, that can create dangerous driving conditions. And on top of that, especially for some of the higher mountain highways, we could be looking at the potential for some mudslides and debris flows. So there's the reason why travel is not recommended on Thursday, okay, especially in the mountains. If you're traveling in the valley, I think you'll be okay. Just take it easy, okay? Make it nice and slow, drive defensively. If someone's tailgating you, maybe just get out of the way for them. And then we go into Friday, travel not recommended either. Now this is because there will be the potential for thunderstorms, as I mentioned, with the possibility for some accumulating hail in the valley and even along the coast. That can be just as dangerous as driving in snow if that hail accumulates. Number two, of course, still gusty winds. Although the wind's not as strong on Friday, I'm expecting gusts up to 40 to 60 miles per hour. That could mean potential for power outages. Now on Friday, 30 to 50 miles per hour. That could also lead to the potential for power outages. But again, snow levels are dropping as well. This is when we expect more chain requirements, even on I-5 north of Redding. Now, this is also a day travel is not recommended. We take you into your Saturday. Moderate impact because I'm expecting the rain and snow to be a little bit slimmer. We're not going to see as much, but we're still going to feel the impacts of that snow, especially down to 1,000 to 2,000 feet. As a result, I think we'll still see more chain requirements, especially for the first half of the day on Saturday, and then of course maybe even Saturday afternoon. This is why travel is not recommended on Saturday either. Now by Sunday, there still may be a few flurries out there, and there still may be some chain requirements, but I don't anticipate there to be any major problems by the time we get into Sunday, so we'll call it a minor impact day on Sunday. So we look at the road conditions, at least for the next 12 to 24 hours. You can see 3 a.m. on Thursday, mainly in the form of rain. You can see some of the snow in the highest of elevations. So Scott Mountain, yeah, I think you'll be looking at snow up there. I-5, I think it'll be okay in the form of rain. Now we go into Thursday morning about 10 a.m. and we're seeing a bit of a mix. So I don't anticipating any accumulating snow on I-5 Thursday morning, but that may change by Thursday afternoon and especially going into Friday. So the winter storm impacts for today, very minimal, right? But then as we go into tomorrow, look at it really light up. Now look at tomorrow. Here's I-5 And you can see we're kind of in the limited to minor category. What that means is, of course, what I was talking about. The potential for a rain-snow mix up in this area here, but it most likely won't accumulate as snow. So I don't anticipate any chain requirements there. Now, we take a look at Highway 299. It's mainly within that limited range, so not a big issue. However, there will be plenty of chain requirements east of I-5 for tomorrow because that's where some of the higher mountain passes are. Now we extend on into Friday. Now look at this. Now on I-5, around Dunsmuir, northward, into the city of Shasta Lake and Weed, we are seeing that moderate to even major category, getting close to it for parts of I-5. Take a look at Highway 299. There's Buckhorn Summit. You're in the moderate to major category. Let's continue along I-299. There's Berry Summit, right? That is in the red. That is in the major category. And of course, goes without saying, east of I-5, there are going to continue to be problems there as well. All right, you know what? Let's go back here. I want to show you something here. Look at this on Highway 199, right? This is something we don't see a lot, but looks like we're also going to be within that major category. So that's something to take into account here. And of course, on Highway 3, there's going to be some issues as well. All right, now let's go and take a look at the satellite image. Low pressure, cold air. See the speckled clouds? That's the colder air. This right here is just a large, broad trough of low pressure. This right here is the storm system I've been talking about all week long so far. Chance for thunderstorms tomorrow, especially after the north and west, but better chances as you head into your Friday here for the valley and also off to the north and west. So we look at Futurecast. Here's 5 o'clock today. There's the chance for showers I was talking about for Del Norte County, maybe parts of northern Humboldt County and Siskiyou and Modoc County, but most of it looks to be to the north and west. Now the main storm system, the first brunt of the storm begins to move in. Here's the cold front. Heavy rainfall along that cold front, gusty winds along that cold front. Look at the heavy snow we're already seeing, but it's fairly high, between 3,500 and 4,500 feet. Quite honestly, closer to that 4,500 foot range. It should lower as we take you through the day on Thursday. So by Thursday, 10 a.m., now the cold front is moving through the north end of the valley. Heavy rainfall, very strong winds. Heavy snow coming in behind that cold front, but look at Highway 299, all in the form of rain. Look at Highway 5, our Interstate 5 that is, all in the form of rain. Okay, that cold front pushes to the east. Now by the noon hour, we're seeing that cold front moving through Chico. Heavy rainfall there, gusty winds. Things are tapering off. We're not looking at the widespread rainfall and just those scattered showers. But once again, we're seeing the snow. Now at this point, by noon, I'm anticipating snow levels will start to get below 4,500 feet, maybe somewhere between 3,500 feet and 4,000 feet. But then as we go into Thursday, 5 p.m., now it's 2,500 to 3,500 feet. Now we're seeing the potential for snow on I-5. Now we're seeing the potential for snow on Highway 299 west, so around Buckhorn Summit. Oregon Mountain, Berry Summit, all seeing the potential for snow as early as tomorrow afternoon, and of course not to mention plenty of snow to the east. Now let's take you into your Friday. This is midnight, Thursday night into Friday morning. Now we've got snow levels between 2,000 and 2,500 feet. This is when we start to see some of the heavy snow move into the area for those mountains because it's going to be a constant feed of moisture coming through, and there will be long periods of snowfall, which will lead to a lot of chain requirements in those lower elevations. You see, as we go into 5 a.m., we're still seeing that feed of moisture, plenty of snow, plenty of rain in the valley, although we're not expecting a ton of rain in the valley, by the way, but there could be those thunderstorms, as I was mentioning, on Friday. Now let's take you into Friday around noon and look at some of the heavy snow. I mean, we're seeing a lot of the darker shades of blue. That's the heavier snow that we're seeing in there. So I-5, Highway 299. Look, there's a look at Berry Summit. Looks like Buckhorn Summit, for the most part, doesn't look too bad, but most likely looking at chain requirements there. There's a band of heavy rainfall that will push through by the time we get into Friday evening. So another band of very heavy snow coming in late in the day on Friday. Look at that, Hayfork, Weaverville. You're getting in on that. You're going to see some of that snow. Look at this in Mount Shasta, Wairika. In Scott Valley, you're seeing that snow, but it's all in the form of rain for the coast and in the form of rain for the valley, and also looking at the potential for thunderstorms. As this main band pushes through, we'll be looking at late in the afternoon and evening that front will push through, bring in another round of heavy rain, and not to mention snow in the mountains. So let's take a look at the forecast rain totals through 5 o'clock on Friday. As I mentioned, we're not expecting a ton of rain for the valley. I'm expecting on average about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch, locally higher in some areas, especially as those thunderstorms pass through. But again, we're looking at a lot more rainfall off towards the coast. All right, take a look at those snowfall totals. And again, we're going to be looking at snow through Friday to stay fairly high. It's not going to be fairly low at this point. So what you'll see here, though, is by the time we get into Friday evening, we're beginning to see those snow levels drop. So places like Weaverville, Hayfork, I think you'll be on the lower end of that, but you're looking at about 4 to 8 inches of snow by the time we do get into Friday. Look at Chester, already approaching 1 foot of snow. This is just through Friday. This is not including what we'll see on Saturday and Sunday. Quincy about the same. Up in Alturas, this might be overdoing it, but I would say about maybe 3 to 6 inches at this point here by Friday, 5 p.m. And there you can see Mount Shasta City, about 4 to 8 inches of snow. So it looks like we have some decent snow heading our way, especially as we go through Friday evening. And again, that's not including what we'll see on Saturday and even into Sunday. Now let's talk about the winds, as they will pick up by midnight as we go into tonight. There you can see over 40, even 50 miles per hour, not to mention even gusts up to 60. The cold front then pushes eastward. By the morning hours, we're seeing the heaviest or strongest winds for the valley, making its way northeastward into Modoc County as well. By Thursday afternoon, now we're seeing the gusty winds strongest off into the eastern mountains. They subside, but still very gusty even into Thursday evening. Now through the day on Friday, you'll notice the winds overall are not as strong as that main gust of wind with that cold front. However, winds will still be very gusty at times. 30, 40, even upwards of 50 miles per hour. So the best chances for power outages, down trees, power lines, the works, right, is going to be on Thursday and then again on Friday. Not to mention the fact there's going to be very saturated ground at that point. Now, let's get you beyond Friday. We're going to take you into the weekend now. So here's a look at Saturday at about noon. You see how we're seeing just a lot of snow in the higher elevations. This is going to be another bad travel day because we're still seeing a lot of that snow in the mountains. Look at the valley. We're getting a bit of that horseshoe effect, right? Where we don't really see much in the way of rain or snow for that matter. However, I'll say this. The best chance for snow in the Redding area and surrounding areas, maybe as far south as Anderson or Cottonwood, Palisadro, for example, this would be around the best chance to maybe see some snow out towards the north end of the valley, especially as we go into Saturday night and early Sunday morning. But at this point, I'm not anticipating much in the way of any accumulation. That may change, though, as we get closer to the weekend and get a better handle on things. Let's take you on into Monday of next week. Boy, let me tell you, it's not stopping. We're not warming up. We're going to keep the cold air in place, keep the low snow levels in place, although they may be a bit higher come Monday and Tuesday of next week. There's Tuesday night into Wednesday, another storm system bringing us some heavy rainfall next Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And then that may begin to kind of push on out by Wednesday afternoon. So you get the idea. After this weekend, it's not over. We've still got more rain and snow in the forecast. All right, let's get you into your wave heights here for today and into tomorrow. They are really starting to increase here. There is going to be a gale warning here later on this evening and into tomorrow. Here's what it looks like for the rest of the day today. Another dry and mild day, the calm before the storm, the day for you to prepare for the storm as it moves in tomorrow. We take a look at our 7-day outlook across the region here, and we are going to be looking at, of course, heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and low snow levels. So we got that chance today, but it's tomorrow. We're down to as low as 2,500 feet, 2,000 feet on Friday, down to 1,000 feet over the weekend, and then we see a slight increase in those snow levels by Monday and Tuesday of next week. We do have the chance for thunderstorms in the valley by Friday. That may even go into your Saturday as well, but notice Saturday, 1,000 feet. If we see snow in the valley around Redding, it will be Saturday night and into Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, those snow levels may climb just a little bit, but not by much. Chance for thunderstorms not only Thursday, but maybe even Friday for the coast. And then, of course, we've got that mix possibly on Saturday, and then more showers on Sunday, more showers taking you into Monday and Tuesday. So we've got quite a wet weather pattern. The worst of it will be tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, but we still have more showers in the forecast for Sunday, even into early next week.